This is the current state of parts of Lake Victoria, blamed on continued increase of pollutants. Like many other stakeholders, this state of affairs is of concern to the National Water and Sewerage Corporation.
Because as you can see, all our water treatment plants in Kampala, to start with, we get the water we treat from Lake Victoria, which is an open water body with many users. So whatever comes into Lake Victoria ultimately has an impact on the quality of water we get out of there.
The Chief Manager of Water Production at National Water and Sewerage Corporation, Engineer Andrew Muhwezi, says pollution of the shores is what prompted the body to shift the abstraction points for the water.
The challenge that time was the lake level was going down, so our pipelines which bring in the water were being exposed. But as I've told you, the algae is normally very active in the top layers of the water where light can penetrate. So we had shifted the intake pipeline off the shore to where we can get a relatively clean source of water in Lake Victoria.
When the water is abstracted, this is the point where the first chemicals are introduced. Here, the impurities start to be separated from the water before it undergoes different stages of purification. In the labs, samples of water from the different stages are collected and tested for various parameters relating to level of contamination, as Principal Quality Officer Dennis Okejo elaborates.
Among the physicochemical, we have the physical tests, which includes color, turbidity, suspended solids in the water, the physiochemical, the chemistry part of it. We have the alkalinity, hardness.
In these labs, the levels of pesticides and metals in the water are analyzed. Engineer Muhwezi says the pollution has increased the cost of treating the water by about 20% in the last 10 years.
First, in terms of how much we spend, on average we spend between 1.3 billion to 1.5 billion per month for the treatment chemicals in Kampala.
He, however, says with upgraded technology, they are able to ensure the water supplied meets the required international standards, allaying any fears amongst the public.
All these independent bodies which come now and independently pick samples and take to their own laboratories and do analysis. And of course, the results have always turned out showing that the water is very safe for human consumption.
Engineer Muhwezi further notes that while the body plays its part to ensure safe water for public consumption, members of the public too have a part to play on their end to avoid recontamination of the water.
Just follow our pattern. Every 6 months, get somebody, there are quite many of them, plumber, comes, cleans out your tank, so that the water you receive from national water is stored in a clean container. And also don't keep the water for a very long time. 3 days is good enough. You should have consumed the water. 3 days to a week.
Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.